All right, let's go ahead and check your answers from your PowerPoint and correct your work as we go through the different examples. So how does light travel? Well, if you notice, if you have the flashlight, light travels straight out, okay? And as it goes, it starts to get wider as it travels out from the source. And that wideness is going to go both top and bottom. Light travels in waves and bundles of, and there should be the word here, particles, called photons. Travels in a straight line. And if you used a flashlight, use a flashlight to determine if light can go around corners. And if you did that experiment, light cannot go around corners because it travels in a straight line. So what happens when light touches an object? Well, the shadow is here, okay, so this should be colored in, and the light would be directly behind the groundhog because the groundhog is blocking this part of the light, casting a shadow. So objects block the light, creating a shadow. Pigment on objects absorbed and or they reflect the light. An object that absorbs all the colors in the light spectrum look black. And an object that reflects all the colors in the light, it looks white. That's why they say wear white or light colored clothes during the summertime because it'll reflect the light and you won't feel as hot. Where if you're wearing all black, the black absorbs all the light and you'll feel the heat. The next question, how does light travel? Light reflection. So if the light source is coming from up here and it reflects, it's going to hit the shiny or smooth surface and it's going to bounce back. So light reflection occurs when light hits a smooth, shiny surface. Light changes direction and creates a mirror image. Light reflects at the same angle as it hits the surface. Examples of surfaces that reflect light are water, mirror, and metals. Light refraction. This is why the pencil appeared to be bent in the water. And you can see the example here. This is it hits the water and then it looks like it bends and then it continues down. That's why when you're standing over, let's say you're in a creek and you're looking down at your feet and you go and you see a rock directly below you and you go to pick up the rock, but you notice if your hand goes directly into the water where it looks like you see the rock is actually over a little bit because it refracts as it passes through the water. So refraction happens when light bends as it passes from one substance to another. So you have air and then into water. Example from air to water, just what I said. Light hits the new substance and travels downward. Light absorption. So if you have a picture, it's going in and then it stays within and creates heat. Colors of the rainbow. Let's see how many of you got the Roy G. Biv. So if white light travels through the glass prism, it gives off the colors of the rainbow. So in order to remember the colors of the rainbow in the correct order, there is a saying called Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So if you remember, oh, the colors of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv, this is the beginning letter of each of the colors in the exact order. Then we have the spectrum of light. And here we have radio waves, microwave, infrared, invisible, ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma waves. These are long waves. That's why we can hear the radio station that is actually taking place outside of Harrisburg. We can hear in Carlisle. Whereas short waves, like if you're going to get an X-ray, these are examples of short rays. The visible light, because we don't see these, but we do see this, and you have the Roy G. Biv. For your light probes, so for this one, Braxton was correct because the items he listed are smooth and shiny, so they will reflect the light. And for Xavier and his family, it is the light traveled 1,000 feet or all the way to Xavier and his family because the light travels all the way to where Xavier is, and he was 1,000 feet away. So correct your work on your PowerPoint slides, hopefully with the explanation that you're able to understand each one of those activities, and doing the activities helped you understand how light travels. When you are done, I want you to submit the PowerPoint for a grade.